People without knowledge of their past, history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Marcus Garvey. Black history is our story. Our story is an ancient one. Like Dinkinesh the Ethiopian, whose fossils are the remains of the earliest known human yet discovered. Our story begins on the Horn of Africa. The Negro race is the oldest branch of the human family. Following the river Nile through the Ethiopian highlands, they established the first known centers of civilization. Empires such as Kush, Nubia, Kemet, and the great Egyptian dynasties created the first organized systems of agriculture, education, medicine, and religion. Our race gave the first great civilization to the world, and for centuries, Africa, our ancestral home, was the great seat of learning. And when black men who were only fit then for the company of the gods were philosophers, artists, scientists, and men of vision and leadership. Marcus Garvey. Akhenaten, an Egyptian pharaoh, was the father of monotheism, who gave us the concept of one God. Even till today, when Christians use the word amen, they are calling on the name of the most powerful of the Egyptian gods of 9,000 years ago. Imhotep, a prime minister of ancient Egypt under the pharaoh Zoser, was the real father of medicine who lived 2,000 years before Hippocrates, to whom doctors today still mistakenly take a symbolic oath. Imhotep gave Greece and Rome their knowledge of medicine and was worshipped by them as a prince of peace in the form of a black man. His Ethiopian portraits show him a Negro, and he is the foremost architect of the earliest of the pyramids. That these pyramids are found throughout the known world is irrefutable evidence that the Negro race propagated many civilizations, from the Afrocentric head sculptures of the Olmecs in South America to the jet black Buddha of Asia with a flat face, thick lips, and curly hair of the Negro. Black men were so powerful in the earlier days of history that they were able to impress their civilizations, culture, and racial characteristics and features upon the people of Asia and Europe. The dark Spaniards, Italians, and Asiatics are the colored offspring of a powerful black African civilization and nationalism. Marcus Garvey. Barcelona was named for the African who established it in the 2nd century before Christ, Amilcar Barca. His son Hannibal would later march elephants over the Alps to defeat Rome in battle. African domination of Europe would continue up until the time of Mansa Musa I of Mali. Mansa was the Malayan term for King of Kings or Emperor. Musa I today is still considered to be the richest person to have ever lived. His pilgrimage to Mecca in the early 14th century, laden with gold from his empire, not only caused the world price of gold to drop for the next decade, but reawakened Arab and European interest in Africa. The establishment of Timbuktu as a world center for education and trade upon his return to Mali helped to concentrate the knowledge that Africans had garnered through the ages, bringing its influence to bear on Europe. This resulted in Europe's Age of Enlightenment. Exposed to the knowledge that Africans had possessed for millennia, Europeans launched themselves further into Africa and across the Atlantic, with Negroes first as their navigators and guides, but later as cargo and chattel. But that, as they say, is history, or as we say, our story. Until next time, Negroes, teach your children that they are the direct descendants of the greatest and proudest race who ever peopled the earth. Marcus Garvey.